Title: The February Hunt. Act 1: The Discovery. 0 to 15 minutes. The story begins in February 2000 in Rome, Italy. Dr. Elena Rossi, a renowned archaeologist specializing in lost relics, is in her office at the University of Rome. She receives a mysterious package with no return address. Inside is an old, weathered journal with ancient Aramaic writings and a barely legible map. The journal seems to belong to Father Antonio Caruso, a 16th century Jesuit priest who was known for his secret missions to recover and protect holy relics during the Renaissance. Flipping through the pages, Elena discovers that the journal references a powerful relic known as the Eye of Veritas, rumored to possess the ability to reveal hidden truths. The journal ends abruptly, suggesting that Father Caruso went missing while trying to hide the relic from those who would use it for dark purposes. Intrigued and sensing a breakthrough in her career, Elena decides to investigate. She contacts her old friend and rival, Marco De Luca, an adventurer with a dubious reputation who specializes in finding lost artifacts for wealthy collectors. Though wary, Marco agrees to help, driven by the potential wealth and fame. The chase begins, 15 to 30 minutes. Elena and Marco's search leads them to the Vatican Library, where they gain access to Father Caruso's correspondence archives. They find coded letters mentioning a hidden vault beneath an ancient church in Naples. The letters hint at the relic being stored there, protected by a series of traps set by the priest to deter anyone unworthy of its power. However, as they leave the Vatican, they are tailed by a mysterious man dressed in black, a member of a clandestine group known as the Black Order. This shadowy organization, which believes in using ancient relics to consolidate power, has been searching for the Eye of Veritas for centuries. Elena and Marco's research takes them to Naples. The church is in a dilapidated neighborhood, overshadowed by an abandoned monastery. As they search for clues, they realize they aren't alone. The member of the Black Order, identified as Lucien Verhoeven, appears, and a tense chase through the crumbling church ensues. Marco narrowly escapes a deadly fall as ancient beams collapse. Act 3: The Vault, 30 to 45 minutes. Elena and Marco manage to evade Lucien and find an underground entrance concealed beneath the church's altar. They descend into the darkness, navigating through a series of winding tunnels and hidden chambers. Each chamber is more dangerous than the last, filled with traps, a testament to Father Caruso's cunning. As they progress, they decode clues left behind in Father Caruso's journal. Each puzzle reflects the Jesuits' knowledge of theology, philosophy, and ancient history. Elena's academic expertise and Marco's practical experience complement each other, but their old rivalry resurfaces, leading to heated arguments and close calls. Tensions mount as they realize they must trust each other to survive. Finally, they reach the final chamber, a small room illuminated by a single ray of sunlight, piercing through a crack in the ceiling. In the center of the room lies a stone pedestal with a wooden chest. As Elena approaches, Marco hesitates. He senses something is off. Just as she is about to open the chest, a trap is triggered, and the chamber begins to flood with water.
Act 4.
The Revelation, 45 to 60 minutes. With water quickly filling the room, Elena and Marco scramble to find a way out. Elena notices an inscription on the wall in Latin, revealing a hidden exit mechanism. She deciphers it just in time, and they manage to open a hidden door, escaping the rising water. As they catch their breath in a narrow tunnel, Lucien appears, having tracked them down. With a gun drawn, he demands they hand over the journal and lead him to the relic. Cornered, Marco distracts Lucien with a feigned surrender, and Elena manages to knock the gun out of his hand. A fierce struggle ensues, and Marco is shot but not fatally. In the chaos, Lucien is overpowered and knocked unconscious. Elena and Marco limp back into the relic chamber. Marco, now weakened, insists Elena open the chest. She does, revealing a brilliantly crafted, ancient eye-shaped gemstone, the Eye of Veritas. Suddenly, the room is filled with a bright light. Elena has a vision. She sees flashes of history, moments of deceit and betrayal, and the truth behind them. She realizes the eye can indeed reveal hidden truths, but at a great cost. It shows the holder's deepest secrets to everyone around them. As she turns to Marco, she sees his desperation for redemption. He admits he didn't just come for the treasure, but to make things right, to prove he wasn't just a reckless adventurer. Moved by his confession, Elena decides to leave the eye in its hiding place, understanding that its power is too dangerous. As they leave the underground vault, they agree to report only partial findings to the authorities, enough to bring funding and attention to their work, but not enough to risk the relic falling into the wrong hands. Epilogue. Lucien wakes up to find himself handcuffed to a collapsed column. As he struggles to break free, Elena and Marco emerge into the sunlight above, wounded but alive. They share a silent, knowing glance. Some secrets, they agree, are best left buried. As they walk away, the camera pans back to the ancient church, zooming in on the stone pedestal where the Eye of Veritas sits, untouched once more, waiting for the next adventurer drawn to its power.